Hello, welcome back to another episode of Chat with Chuck. Today's episode deals with a topic that people may be interested in if you're from the United States and moved to the UK. Sports is an important aspect of many people's lives, and sports here are different. And I thought a quick video on the sports scene here in the UK might be helpful to people to understand what to expect when they get here. Depending upon your preferences for sport, this could be a good thing or a bad thing. Before we continue, I want to say that since this video is primarily directed at Americans coming to the UK, I'm going to use the term soccer to mean soccer, and for football to mean what Brits call American football. So just to make that clear, because that is a confusing issue when you come here. If you say football here, they're going to assume you mean soccer, which makes sense. The first sport I'm going to start with is probably the biggest sport in the UK, actually the biggest sport in the world, which is soccer. If you enjoy soccer, this is definitely the place to be. They have arguably the best league in the world. The quality of play is outstanding. You have access to the other European leagues in Germany, in Spain, Italy, France. All of them are available. It's on television a lot. So if you enjoy that sport, you will definitely enjoy the sports scene here. Just to give you some idea of how fanatical people in the UK are about soccer, there are 6 teams in the Premier League, which is the top level league here in the UK. 6 teams in London itself. People talk about the fact that there are 2 football teams in New York, for example. But when it comes to the amount of fanatical dedication to teams, I don't think anything can beat the amount of I don't think anything can beat the fanaticism that happens here, the sportsmanship, the incredible enthusiasm that goes with being a soccer fan here in the UK. So if that's a game that you enjoy, welcome to the UK, because you're going to like it a lot. As an American coming to the UK, one of the things you're probably curious about is football. Football is more popular here than I thought it would be, but not one of the top 2 or 3 sports. You can get access to football games. They have the games of the week on television when the season is playing. You have to realize that the games, because of the time difference, start at 6 o'clock at night. So if you're going to be watching NFL games, you're going to be watching them late at night. You should know that there's also 4 NFL games played in London every year. Probably not this year because of things are different. But on a normal season, there's 4 games here in London in large stadiums. The games are done well. They're fun. If you like football, try to get tickets. You have to get them pretty quickly because they sell out pretty fast. People actually come from not just the UK, but people will come from other parts of Europe just to watch the games, because this is the only place in Europe where you can watch a live NFL game. And they do it right. It's well done. Another sport that you can watch is basketball. It's known here, it's played here. It's not as big a sport as as it is in the U.S. But you can find games on television. They don't play games here, but you can find it. It's not particularly easy. You're going to have to get a sports channel to find NBA games, or get the NBA package. One of the two. You can always buy one of the packages. Another sport that Americans like a lot, which is non-existent here, is baseball. Good luck on finding any baseball on television at all, ever. Maybe the World Series, there might be some of those games on the sports channels, but generally baseball is a non-existing sport here. So you can get the MLB package, but basically nobody cares about baseball at all here. Another sport that I like a lot is hockey, or as they call it here, ice hockey. And there's not a lot of that on either. It's hard to find hockey games on. It's not a particularly popular sport here in the UK. There are other parts of Europe where hockey is more popular, but the UK is not one of those places. It's not a particularly popular game. I love it myself, but trying to watch a hockey game is rather difficult. Again, if you're going to want to watch hockey, you're going to have to get the NHL package, because that's the only way you're going to get any hockey on TV. In the United States, college sports are very important, whether it's the bowl games in football or March Madness, those types of events. Again, they are non-existent. In fact, the idea of college sports being important is a particularly odd thought to Brits. Why you would watch college sports is not something that they completely understand. But obviously, as an American, we do. So if you want to watch Big Ten sports, or you want to watch big football games, or you want to watch March Madness, yeah, it's not going to happen, because they don't follow it at all, which is understandable. I mean, they don't really follow a lot of college sports, university sports here in their university. So why would they follow American sports universities? Doesn't make any sense. But that's one thing you're going to have to recognize, is that college sports is not going to be something you're going to be able to watch anymore. So what other sports do you get when you come here? This is a big sports country, and there's more than just soccer. Another big sport here is rugby. I don't completely understand all the rules of rugby, but I've watched enough of it that I can tell you that I enjoy it. I mean, there's a lot of hitting, there's a lot of tackling, there's a decent amount of scoring. It's a fun game to watch, and something you should try. You can see it on television quite a bit. There's whole international leagues dealing with rugby, and it's fun to watch if you like sports. Another big sport here is cricket. It's a sport that Americans don't know at all. It's not one that we play. It was a game that was played in the United States before baseball was invented, But once baseball was invented, cricket fell off to the side. When you come here, since there is no baseball to watch, cricket is the closest thing you're going to find. The rules are fairly straightforward. I've watched recent matches and actually enjoy it. So if you like baseball, I would definitely consider giving cricket a try, because there's enough similarities for you to enjoy it. There's lots of scoring. It's good play, good athletes. It's considered a gentleman's game, but it's fun to watch if you like baseball. There are similar criticisms between cricket and baseball in terms of how long it takes to play, and there are moments that are a little slow. But there are definitely some strategies and things that you can watch and learn that are worth the time. So give cricket a try in terms of watching it. Another sport that's popular here is Formula One. There is no NASCAR here. So if you like car racing, Formula One is your only real option. The cars themselves are, in Formula One, are far more advanced than NASCAR's. The skill level of the drivers, I think, is probably higher also. It's basically cars going fast around a track racing. So if you like car racing, Formula One's one of your options. It's very popular in most of Europe. One of the leading drivers right now is a Brit, so that helps the sport here in the UK. And there's a pretty long tradition of good UK drivers, so that's one of the reasons it's popular, is because they've done well over the years. So if you like car racing, if you like NASCAR, if you like that type of thing, then Formula One would be your option, because you're not going to see NASCAR. There's two other games, I have a little trouble calling them sports, that are on TV quite a bit, and it surprised me to a degree. And that is darts and snooker. It's difficult to turn on, to go through the television listings without seeing some type of snooker or darts competition. I included them because they're popular here. I don't really consider either one of them real sports, but they are games, they are things that people enjoy, and they are something that's available for you to watch. So if that interests you, those are two things that you will be able to see here that you will not see in the US. So there you go. I actually think of both of those as more bar games, but they've elevated it to a new level, and enjoy it quite a bit. I mean, great dart players are well known. Good snooker players are well known in this country, and do well. So I hope this video helps you understand what to expect if you come to the UK and live here for a while in terms of sports. I know many people aren't particularly interested in sports, and many people are fanatical about sports. And it's a topic that isn't usually covered very often in a lot of YouTube videos about moving to the UK. So I thought I would do one, hopefully so that you would have a better understanding of what to expect when you get here, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you could please subscribe, like, comment. I'd love to hear what everyone has to say, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.